Country Roads was blaring, and the Mountaineers fans were jacked up because they smacked their rival around. Palmer, what kind of response are we going to get from the Panthers?
Well, Pitt has been sick to their stomach for an entire year. After that beat-down loss, they've been embarrassed. They've been thinking about it. They have a chance to do something about it, but they're going to have to play a lot better this time around.
Off-play action. Finds his man. It's Cantrell. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. And the Panthers come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak.
Man, I like the call. 3rd and inches, I feel like I can get a few inches. I just need to fall forward, but this defense more than ready for the quarterback sneak.
Now, I think as a play caller, that just makes you second-guess everything. You'd love to think you can just dial up QB sneak to pick up that first down. Now, you're probably going to have to hand it off to the big fella behind you to keep this drive going.
The Mountaineers offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. Last week was a tape they'd rather just put right in the dumpster and forget about it. David, how does a guy bounce back from a game like the one he had last week?
Well, hopefully he burned that tape because that was not what they wanted to do, man. Just turning the football over, not enough productive plays. And so how do you bounce back? How do you get started in this football game? Jesse, make it easy. Get him in a rhythm. Don't make it very complicated. Don't give him a chance to turn it over again. You don't need to put this losing streak to another digit in the column.
Yeah, I agree. I think there was 2 big things. I think, one, he was just pressing. He was trying to force the big play to happen when there were other completions to be had. So he's just got to do a better job being patient. And I think the guys around him also have to step up as well. They need to run the football. They need to get that controlled passing game going on early to get into a rhythm, as you said, to help this guy get into a good headspace here early and turn the page from what happened the last time.
Quickly complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Hauls it in. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. The Mountaineers trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Fires to the tight end. Touchdown Mountaineer. And they have the first points of the game.
A big question mark for this offense coming into the year, guys. Who could score touchdowns? Who are going to be their biggest playmakers on offense? This guy scored in the first game. He's off to a great start in this one with that touchdown. This guy looks like the real deal.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it up. It's Cantrell. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this time will be more productive. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. The Panthers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to fire. And the completion gives them a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
I just love quarterbacks that are always trying to throw the home run ball, right? 2nd down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just bring it back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon. You got to find him in the pass.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. We saw it on that play.
They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much. Pitt will line up to punt it away. He'll take it on the return. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. There he goes. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. Once he got going, you can tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Under fire. He's got it inside the 30. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. And the Mountaineers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll give him maybe one on the play. It's down to the 20.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not opening up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And now the lead is even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone and he's knocked down at the 10. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. They've spotted them a 10-0 start. Now to see if they can answer on this drive. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
And the Panthers really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. It's complete to the left. Turning it on. Across the 30 and out of bounds at the 31-yard line. And they kick-started this drive with that one. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Pulls and fires complete. Couldn't find any more room up the sideline. And he's pushed out of bounds at the 36. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Back to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Kentrell. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. Pittsburgh has a really nice drive going. Wants to throw on 1st down. Out of the backfield, he's open. Didn't pick up a lot there, moving forward just a few. 2nd down coming up. Wants to go up top. Got his man on the right. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on 1st down. On the run, fires downfield. Got his man to the left. And he makes a completion there. Set up and in business at the 20. The Panthers had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. He'll be run out of bounds at the 13. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the ride. He's going to keep it. Runs through a tackle. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and we'll get ready to change sides for the 2nd quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. From the gun, running back gets to give. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. Smashes it between the uprights. This is now a 7-point game.
And I'll be honest, I don't love the call. On 4th and that short, I want to go for it. But you trust your kicker, he does his job, and he puts 3 on the board.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They go to the ground. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
They've got the screen set up. Oh, he's got some space. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark. The Mountaineers lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Gee. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. Fast completion, move the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. The give to the tailback. Really good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for you there.
They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line. Good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Mountaineers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. From the gun, he leads it with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Looking to pick up the first down on 3rd and short from the 43. He's got the back in the middle. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. The Mountaineers come to the line with a new set of downs. Running back searching for a hole. They get him stopped at the 30, but not before he gets 5 yards. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Finds a spot in the middle. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
Everything seems to be working for this offense right now, and if they keep this up, this could get ugly by the 4th quarter.
The hand to the running back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Looking to fire. Deep shot for the end zone. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. And the field goal unit is on the field. This might be a little easier if it were straight on, but a 43-yarder from the right hash. Not a chance. Missed it. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like, the field goal, miss, make, great. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there.
After after getting knocked back to open this drive. It's 2nd and 12. Back to pass. Catch in the middle. It's Cantrell. Show him a little juke, and he's up to the 30 before he's brought down.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
Shotgun snap on 3rd down.
Oh, my God.
Fires to the middle. A strike downfield. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. He'll do it himself. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
I suspect we can see that same exact play. They make it look really easy, running the option down the line of scrimmage, QB making good decisions and keeping them in good 2nd down situations.
Got his man. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. This Pitt offense has been clicking on this drive. Gives it on the option. They get him stopped at the 26, but boy, that was an attitude run. A pickup of 6. The Panthers can really attack on this 2nd and short. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Didn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? No, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
Here comes 3rd and short from the 27. This defense trying to make them settle for a field goal. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Third down play from the gun. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. It's good. That'll bring him to within 4. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Texas A&M is currently ahead in this one, but they're not exactly making this easy for the 12th man. This is a tight one in College Station. They're up by 10 over Penn State. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day. Guys?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And the Mountaineers want to move quickly. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. That's reeled in. It's Ware. And the defense stops him just short of the 1st down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. The Mountaineers are facing 3rd and inches. They'll try to get him through the air. Working the middle, it's complete. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the 1st down at the 41. Looking downfield on 1st down. Sends it downfield. Got it in stride at the 15. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Unleashes to the end zone. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete. Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, West Virginia. They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Under a minute to play here in the first half, and the offense will take a knee, and that is how we'll wrap up the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, no backyard is safe when the Panthers and Mountaineers get together, and that's the case again today. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W.
West Virginia has it, the offense ready to go to work. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the third. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets him out to the 25-yard line. And the Mountaineers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They give it to him again. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Well, this running back has been the only guy who seems to touch the ball these first 2 plays. He's looking pretty good. I think it's safe to say everybody in the stadium here on third down expected him to get the ball.
Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Now,
We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. The Mountaineers will have it 1st and 10. Quick release on the RPO. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
And the Mountaineers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Throws toward the end zone. And they will score. Touchdown, Mountaineers. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Leaves it with the back. Not much to show for it. This defense has kept them bottled up all day. And the Panthers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Pulls it in. It's Cantrell. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
Well, one thing you got to say about this guy is he's very, very poised. He knew he had that defender bearing down on him. He got hit right as he threw it. Still, though, it didn't affect his accuracy. Nice job getting that completion.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. Pitt will have to boot this one away. Here's the return. Makes a move. Touchdown Mountaineers. And the stomping has commenced. That return man saw daylight the instant the ball touched his hands, and he darted to it and took it to the house.
And Reese, I think it's one of the hardest things to do in football, to catch the ball as all these guys are flying around you, and you got to take it, make a miss, try to find spaces and creases that aren't there. Great job making a huge play. Special teams and punt returns coming up big.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Looking to scramble. He's going to take off.
I love fighting for extra yards, and I'm going to encourage every single one of my running backs, receivers, and tight ends to do it. Just not my quarterback. I really got to understand, listen, play's over, get down on the ground, don't take too many of those big shots.
Unloads quickly. On first down from their own 22. Use the play fake, down to throw. Makes the catch. It's Cantrell fighting off the defender. And they'll get him down, but boy, did he put some dudes in the spin side. My goodness. Lining up from the 34 on first down. Looking to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Very little running room, if any, and he just hasn't had anywhere to go in this one. It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's third and long from the 30. He's looking downfield to throw.
Oh, my God, dude.
He's got an open man. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good
Throws toward the end zone. Almost intercepted. They took a shot on first down and just about turned the thing over.
This offense has had some struggles early in this game so far. They're just trying to get something going, and so you take a shot. You try to find your best one-on-one matchup and see if they can make a play. The defense was ready for it. Good coverage on the back end. They look very prepared. All 11 guys on defense right now playing together as one.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they built the lead here in the second half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Pitt will line up to punt it away. Sound strategy here to try to punt it away from that return guy. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air. Breaks into the open. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. So they picked up that last first down on the ground, now with a fresh set of downs. To the ground, he's got it again. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
The Mountaineers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Makes the grab. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. New set of downs after the completion. They'll leave it with him. Nice move to keep running. They stop him just a length or two short of the first. And man, what they can do on 2nd down here. And a really nice setup here to take a shot if they want. 3 receivers to the right. Quick completion on the out. He's run out of bounds, and they'll say he stepped out at the 27. And the Mountaineers have it with a 1st and 10. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. It's 1st and 10 from the 13. Here we go. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete.
And those sting for offenses, man. You've got an opportunity to get in the end zone, to get the touchdown. It's not easy. It's hard to get guys open. He comes open, and the quarterback, man, I bet he wishes he had that one.
They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down. The Mountaineers started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, West Virginia. Almost heaven as West Virginia takes command in the brawl.
West, by God, Virginia, putting it together. I mean, this is a rivalry game that means so much, the backyard brawl. And right now, Jesse, West Virginia is giving it to them.
Yeah, it feels like a snowball effect, right? You just put one play after another, and all of a sudden the momentum is building, and Pitt's going to have to do something here to slow this down.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. He'll pull it on the read. Got the first down, looking for more. There he goes! And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down.
That's the danger as a defense when you're playing against this guy, because you know you're going to see the option. And if you don't have a player dedicated to pursuing and stopping him, he is going to burn you like he did right there. He has elite speed. You saw it on that option.
He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run. The Panthers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Finds the tight end. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. We've reached the end of the period. It's West Virginia on top. Well, guys, so far this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the 3rd quarter stats. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. 3:25. To the air. It's Bobo. Bringing the heat. And he can't complete the first pass. Let's see if he can get settled. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Fires to the right. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a 4th down stop. They'll give it to the back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe.
Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense.
Found the seam on the left. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Mountaineers.
And how about this offense? Another scoring drive. Great job. They seem to be in a much better rhythm than they were a week ago. They're 0-1. Lost week 1. They could have got down on themselves. I like the way they bounced back. Now they're going to be 1-1 with this performance.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Tennessee left little doubt. You know, this version of the Volunteers can hang with any of the teams of the past. And remember, this is a program that went 13-0 en route to a national title back in 1998.
Handoff from the gun. Past the first down marker and still running.
Oh, that's speculation all week, and now we know. Something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Hey, Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it, but the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game. Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. Here comes the heat. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. Pitt will have to boot this one away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. West Virginia has it in the offense ready to go to work. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller, too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
And the Mountaineers come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Gets it out fast. At the 45 on his way. He's loosed on the left side. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Mountaineers.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conservative, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Pocket breaking down. A little screen to the running back. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
And I don't like the play call, guys. Screen pass at this point of the game against the defense, playing big zones, prevent, trying to keep the ball in front. It's just not going to work. You got to take shots offensively.
Rush is on him. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Pitt will line up to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He's got it. He only needs a sliver of daylight. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets gets a little bit of ground for the offense. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead.
Turning it on! They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Got enough for the first. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Well, obviously this team didn't get the start they wanted to on the year, coming into this one 0-1, but a great job there getting that drive, putting 6 up on the board. They've got a comfortable lead. They wanted to turn the page and start to build momentum. This is a massive win for this program.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. Didn't get anything done. 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Looking for a man. It's Bobo. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And how about this offense, man? It's been a rough day. You're getting beat down. You're trying to find some kind of momentum late in the game to build something off of, and you give up another sack.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down. Punt is on its way. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yard to help out the O. First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. Trying the left side. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The give to the single back. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. The Mountaineers come to the line needing just inches for the first down. He'll sneak and try to surge forward.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Morgantown will be rocking tonight as if it is ever any other way, as the Mountaineers take down Pitt and win the backyard brawl. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Ball around. Go really he only had one big, 73 yard drag route. I think it was West Virginia that had a couple of picks, but didn't get any. But Lane came up big with the sacks, Goff, and all of them. I think it would have been a touchdown, so I mean, solid.